What is up YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video we're finally going to finish the Plague Wing. The final boss of this quarter is called Loatheb, and he's a hideous reminder of the plague's effect on the creatures of Azeroth. He, like all the other bosses, has his own unique hero power, and it's to deal 3 damage to an enemy hero for 2 mana. So basically this necrotic aura could be a problem, but only if the match goes on for a long time. Regardless, I think we're going to use a priest deck, and then we could heal back 2 of the 3 damage at the very least. This doesn't exactly cancel it out, but it does come pretty close. So let's go ahead and get into the battle and we'll see what our starting hand's going to be. Hopefully we have some low cost minions and spells, but it looks like the exact opposite. I'm going to keep the Soul Priest because it can be useful in a lot of situations, but we're going to get rid of the other 2. Now let's see if this opening hand gets a little bit better. And yes, we got a Northshire Cleric, which is perfect. This card is a 1/3 for 1 mana, and whenever a minion is healed, we get to draw 1 card. That's going to be extremely beneficial because, as I explained in the past, one very important thing that you need in almost every deck is the ability to draw cards. Oh, and you may have noticed the opponent Loatheb has 75 health to start out. That seems pretty insane, but there is a special mechanic that we'll take a look at later in this match. This is going to make a huge difference, and it's something you have to take advantage of. Now Loatheb did play a 1/3 with Taunt on his turn, but that's perfect for us because we can hit him, take only 1 damage, then heal ourselves and draw a card. And that's all we're going to do in this turn. We'll go ahead and keep that guy around, that way we can hit him next turn and do the same thing if we want. There is one other thing that I should mention about the Unstable Ghoul, and that is once we take it out, it will deal 1 damage to all minions. That means both friend and foe. So that's something that we do need to consider, and we may be able to use it to our advantage. Now Loatheb also played a 4/4 that when it dies, we draw a card. And then we got a Holy Nova on our draw. This spell deals 2 damage to all enemies, and then it heals all friendly units for 2 health. Now what I do on this turn may not be the best play, but at the time I thought it was a decent idea. First I'm going to heal our Cleric, and then we will draw a card. Since I plan on attacking the Unstable Ghoul, I have to heal her now or else he'll finish her with his Death Rattle. Okay, so let's see what card we get from doing this. It's going to be Naxxramus the Fire Lord. That is an amazing card, and if we make it to that turn, it will definitely come in handy. Next I'm going to finish off the Ghoul, and that does 1 damage to every minion. So now I'm going to use a Holy Smite, and that will deal 2 damage to this 4/3. At this point it's a 4/1, and I figured they wouldn't be willing to trade it for a 1/1. And while that was probably sound thinking, they play a Death Bloom, which deals 5 damage to a minion and kills my Northshire Cleric. But this is, however, where that mechanic I was talking about comes into play. There is now a 0/1 Spore on the battlefield. Now by playing our Wild Pyromancer, I can actually do 1 damage to all minions whenever I play a spell. So after playing a Power Word Shield, I give them 2 more health, I get to draw a card, and we take out both the Spore and the Sword. Whenever you kill a 0/1 Spore, all your friendly minions gain +8 attack. And that's why Loatheb has 75 HP, and that's also how you'll deal that much damage. Unfortunately, they did play a Poison Seed, so we lost our 11 attack minion. But trust me, there will be more chances and more spores throughout this battle. For now, we're going to trade our 2/2 for their Leper Gnome. Then I'm going to play legendary Cairn Bloodhoof. He is a 4/5, and upon death he comes back as a 4/5, also known as Bane Bloodhoof. Then we get more Dancing Swords from Loatheb, plus an Acidic Ooze. Luckily a priest doesn't have any weapons, so we don't have to worry about that. Now it's turn 7, and I did think about playing Holy Nova, which would kill the Ooze and severely hurt the swords. But instead I'm going to attack the swords straight up with our 4/5. We'll barely live with 1 health, but I do have a few healing options, including Circle of Healing, Holy Nova, and our regular ability. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack, and we'll see which card we draw because of its Death Rattle. Well, it's going to be another Circle of Healing, so let's just go ahead and use that to heal back to full. Then we still have 7 mana to work with, and we're going to go ahead and cast the Acolyte of Pain. He happens to be a 1/3 for 3 mana, and whenever he's damaged you get to draw a card. So far everything's going well, and we continue to have a large hand, so we have a lot to work with. That really is a key if you want to win matches. And I am going to play the Akanai Soul Priest, so we do have the option to do damage with our healing spells. The enemy boss plays a Spore Burst, so he deals 1 damage, and then also he summons a Spore. Oh, and he's going to play another one on top of that. This is great for us because he keeps giving us cards because he's damaging our Acolyte of Pain, and he's giving us spores to hit, so I can't wait until it's our turn. He did kill our Acolyte, but we drew 3 cards off of him, and there's 3 spores in play. Okay, so now that we have a massive hand, the first thing we're going to do is play our Twilight Drake. Its battle cry says it gains 1 health for each card in your hand, so it's going to have a ton of health. There you have it, he's a 4/10. So now we're going to go ahead and play a Light Warden. Well, you know what, not quite yet. Let's go ahead and do our healing ability, which now deals damage because of the Akanai Soul Priest. This means instead of healing, we can deal 2 damage to an enemy ooze. That will kill one of them, and then we can take out the other one with the Soul Priest. I want her out of there for now because I want to be able to heal and then help out my Light Warden. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. This really isn't a bad minion trade, and we'll have control of the board either way. After this trade, we'll go ahead and take out an ooze, and that's going to pump up both of our remaining minions' attack by 8. That really is a massive increase, and that's how we're going to take down that remaining 69 HP. Then I'm going to play our Light Warden, and I'll tell you exactly what she does. Basically, whenever a minion is healed, she gains +2 attack. So we'll play a Circle of Healing, healing our minions back to full health, and she turns into a 3/2. Next, the boss plays a 3/6 Taunt Fen Creeper. Plus he's going to use his 3 damage Necrotic Aura. This is something we'll have to keep an eye on because we only have 17 health remaining. After drawing another Northshire Cleric, I'm going to go ahead and play Blood Mage Thalnos, who gives us spell damage +1. Then we can deal 3 damage to all enemies. This wipes out 2 spores and gives all our minions a +16 attack. Now I'll be honest, I don't know why I decided to make this trade, but we do kill our Light Warden and take out their Fen Creeper. I guess I figured that having 2 minions with 28 attack was enough. And trust me, it will be, but I still don't know why I did that. Then with our remaining 2 mana, I'll go ahead and heal back to 21 health. So at this point it's 21-10, and we have a massive attack bonus. Loatheb does however manage to kill our Bloodhoof, and that causes him to become a 4/5. However, we get another Spore, and we still have a 28-10. So let's go ahead and play Ragnaros just to get him out there. Then I'll attack that Spore with our Bane Bloodhoof, and I will finish the match with our Twilight Drake. It now has 36 attack, so that's going to easily overkill the boss. So it looks like we get to beat the Plague Quarter with style. Kel'Thuzad once again of course is not going to be happy, and he pops up once again and says, "You keep killing my minions, stop it. Stop it right this minute." But hey, we got wings to clear and rewards to claim. Speaking of which, we do get 2 Sludge Belchers, a 3/5 for 5 mana that has Taunt and Death Rattle, summon a 1/2 slime with Taunt. I have to say that could be a pretty useful card. Having 2 taunts, one coming out right after you kill one, well, let's just say that could be quite annoying. I know there's definitely some shaman spells that you could combine with this. One of the Nax spells, for example, says destroy a minion, then return it to life with full health. Well, when you destroy this spell, you'll get that slime with Taunt, and then this will come back and also have its Taunt. But anyways, that's something we'll look at in the future. For now, we also got Loatheb, our next legendary reward. He is a 5/5 for 5 mana, and he has Battle Cry. Enemy spells cost 5 more next turn. This could potentially be very useful and could really slow down certain decks. I know for a fact that it's at least a nuisance because I did have it played against me once. Then against something like a Miracle Rogue deck, this could really hurt. But remember, it is only for that turn. I may end up putting it in some of my decks, but we'll just have to see. For now, it's on to the next quarter, but I do know I have a lot of videos I need to catch up on. I also would like to start making videos for other games, so hopefully we'll get to do that sometime this week. Until then, keep watching for future updates, and please keep viewing and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully one day we'll make it as big as my main channel. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, good luck, and take care.